Welcome back, children, and today we are going to discuss the key to success in board exams. What I am going to do here is going to give you certain guidelines that will surely help you to do very well in your boards, and you can aim at 40 on 40 as well if you follow these little tiny tips that are necessary for success. Okay, now we need to keep in mind, I have been telling this all the while, that this year we are studying India and Brazil comparatively. So a comparative study of both India and Brazil is a must. When we study, it should include comparative study. For example, comparatively study the climate of Brazil and India, comparatively study the vegetation in India and Brazil. Okay, so we get to know the differences as well as similarities in both these countries. Okay, and the same applies to all the chapters from 1 to 9. Then there are no new concepts as such. Okay, there are no new definitions and all. We need to apply the knowledge that we acquired from standard 6 to standard 9 and understand India and Brazil in a better way by applying that knowledge. Okay, now when you answer your paper, first thing is pray. Okay, nothing like praying before your paper. Calm yourselves down, and when you start to answer your papers, okay, remember you need to start a new question on a new page. So question 1 will be on one page. Next page, suppose even if there is half page left, okay, do not continue on the same page. Take a new page for question number 2. Suppose if question 2 has A and B, you can continue one after the other. Finish with A and then B and take a new page for question number 3. Okay, for objectives, MCQs, fill in the blanks, when you need to copy the whole statement. Do not just write the answers. Okay, for objectives, write the whole statement. For match the columns, write A and write the correct answer in column B, right in front of the question, that is right in front of the match. Okay, find the proper match and write it properly. All your give reasons, any notes, okay, and especially the answer in detail and any other questions where where there are 2 or 3 points, remember it's mandatory to write it in points. Okay, put small number 1, number 2, number 3 for your points. Start the new point on a new line. Also underline the keyword of that particular point. For answering the questions, you may answer in your words, but remember it should be in geographical language. Okay, so for example, if you're writing climate, okay, the climate of India or climate of Brazil, you cannot just write a flowery figurey language. You need to actually use the geographical terms. That is what I mean, like temperature, rainfall and all those things. Then open-ended questions will be there, at least one, especially a long answer, okay, and a personal response answer. An open-ended or a personal response, you can call it, which can be written in your own words. For example, last year though we didn't have geography paper, but year before last we had an open-ended question as what would you do with the litter during field visit. Okay, now that was an open-ended question. You need to think, okay, you need to apply the knowledge and from your observations, okay, around, you can answer these type of questions in your own words. There's no right or wrong here, but at the same time you need to keep in mind what actually applies there. Use of stencil to elaborate is a must. Okay, because in the beginning in the notice you get use stencil wherever possible. Now wherever possible you can use it. It could be a give reason, it could be a difference, it could be a short note, it could be long answers. In long answers you have to look out like where can I use a stencil. Okay, so stencils may be available, they are available in the market, but if not, you can always get an outline map of India, print it out, okay, stick it on a cardboard and cut the central part of it. Okay, so that you get the outline map of India, outline map of Brazil, etc. Then using stencil and proper map work and with proper key and labels, graphs with scale, graphs with marking x and y axis, all these and representing the accurate data, all this is a key to scoring 100% marks in boards. Most of the time, most of the children, as we have been checking papers for so many years, we realize most of the children lose marks in the map work and graph work. So I will explain a few things here regarding the graph and map. Now, whenever a graph is given to you, the graph paper is already there in your answer sheets. Okay, there's a special supplement with graph paper. Don't forget to add your question number, okay, on the top, whatever is the question number, 4A or 4B. Okay, normally it's 4A. So you can write your question number here, then your topic of the graph. Suppose you're drawing a simple line graph or a simple bar graph or a joint bar graph. Okay, so that will be your title. Don't forget your title as, so for example, we take simple bar graph. Okay, that's your title. Subtitle will be the what you are drawing for. What graph are you actually drawing? For example, on page 43, okay, you have life expectancy. So the subtitle of the graph will be life expectancy of India, or the case, as the case may be, life expectancy of Brazil. So all that will go on the top. You keep on writing there. The next is very, very important, is you draw your x, y, this is y, and now you'll have to excuse me for the crooked lines. Okay, it's not possible to use to draw proper lines here. So draw this, write x and y. Immediately decide what is your scale, and you have to write your scale here. For example, x axis 1 centimeter equal to 10 years. Suppose if it is 10 years. So then you'll have to write 10 years, and y axis you have to decide now. Okay, 1 centimeter equal to, for example, here on page 43, 10 years. Life expectancy of, this is India. Okay, so 1 centimeter, this is very important, y-axis is equal 1 centimeter on y-axis, 1 centimeter equal to 10 years. Don't forget to write the unit as well. Okay, so these are the things what were necessary on the graph. The title, what type of a graph you are drawing, your question number, don't forget, your title, your subtitle, what is the graph about. Then on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to what? Is it years? Is it countries? Y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to, say, 10 years, for example. So all these are necessary. Then remember, sorry, let me just use the pen again. Okay, so remember now, we will try to use maximum space of the graph. We won't draw a very tiny graph. Okay, so we use enough of space. Now what we notice is, now suppose here we have the years in, say, 1960, 70, 80, 90 and so on and so forth. Draw exactly on that line. So here you'll write 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, so on and so forth. Here you will write 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here don't forget. Okay, now here you are showing what you are taking on y-axis. So here it is life expectancy in years. Okay, and here what you are taking is years, Y-E-A-R-S. So this is how you get marks for this labels. These are the labels of x and y axis. You get marks for your scale, you get marks for your title, and lastly that 1 mark you get for drawing accurately. For example, life expectancy in India in 1960 was 41. Now the advantage of taking 10 multiples of 10 is that 1 millimeter line here means 1. So suppose if it is 41, you get very accurately, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, and 1 millimeter line there, that means that becomes your 41. Make a dot, circle it out. Okay, if it's a line graph, then keep on circling your dots, and if it is a bar graph, then no need to circle, you just put a line there. Okay, put a line here and then join it to the y-axis. You can take 0.5 centimeter this side and 0.5 centimeter this side of the line. Okay, so I'll just do it again so you understand it better what I mean by this 0.5. Now this is our y-axis. I wish I could draw it straight, but not possible. Okay, now this is a point of 1960. So 0.5 centimeter is here and 0.5 centimeter this side. Okay, so that you don't join both the places together. It should not look like a joint graph. Otherwise, it becomes histogram. Another option could be, okay, I think that would be a better option that you can do. On the y-axis, take 2 centimeters distance. Okay, so 2 centimeters is equal to 10 years. 2 centimeters I've taken. Why? Because then the graphs will not be joined. Otherwise, the graph might become like a histogram, which we don't want. In histogram, you get totally 0. If your graph looks like this, okay, it will become 0. So you have to make sure that there is enough of space. So you can take 2 centimeters on x-axis as 10 years. Okay, so that is for drawing graphs. Then as far as map is concerned, in map there will be one box given to you for index, okay, and one particular box for marks. Please make sure you do not write your index in the marks column. That irritates the evaluator, okay, because that's not where you are supposed to write. So in the index, now there are 6, you have to do any 4, whichever you are comfortable with. So decide first only and write 1. Suppose you're doing 1, then you're doing 3, then you are doing 5, and then you are doing 6. So please write the same number as in the textbook, 1, 3, 5 and 6. Okay, now I'll give you an example here. Now 1 is highest peak in India. So 1 was highest peak in India. So I draw my highest peak. Okay, that is K2 here. It's a little difficult to draw exactly. Okay, peak is shown with a triangle. So your number is 1 here. Your symbol is here, triangle peak. You will write here highest peak in India in bracket K2. And what will you write here? Okay, here you will write number 1 because this was number 1. Not necessary to write highest peak there, but if you want to write, since you are showing only 4, you can write as well. But the number is very important. This number should correspond with the index number. The second one is IST, Indian Standard Time longitude. Okay, now I'll take the pen once again. No, I'm not doing the second one. I said I'm doing the third one. Region where thorny bushes are found, because I have done 1, then I said I'll do 3. So then you have to show here thorny bushes. You can show like this. This is place where thorny bushes are found. The question paper says region where. So here you will draw the symbol. Okay, and here you will write region where thorny bushes are found in bracket Western Rajasthan. But what will you write here on the map? Number 3. Okay, it should correspond with this number 3. Then I'm going to do number 5. I said Indira Point. Okay, so for Indira Point, that's the southernmost tip of India. So wherever the Andaman and Nicobar Island ends, that is our Indira Point here. Okay, so that was my number 5. So I did 1, then I did 3, then I did 5. So here you will put your dot, put the circle and write Indira Point. Okay, and then I'm going to do number 1 minute. I cannot see the last one. Number 6, I said the 10-degree channel. Okay, now the 10-degree channel is separating Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and you will find, in fact, you will see the longitudes here, 10 degrees, wherever the 10 degrees is. Okay, so from there you have to check whether you are proper in between Andaman and Nicobar Island. This is my number 6 10-degree channel. Here I will write number 6. Whatever color shading I have taken, I will write here 10-degree channel. Okay, so this is how we answer paper, and if you follow these steps, I'm sure you will do exceedingly well. So God bless you. Thank you.